Good morning, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 13th annual meeting for the GRC. It's difficult to speak after Russia, to be honest. After her amazing welcoming remarks, I decided to throw mine away and speak from the heart. The past few years, and yesterday in particular, we've been working very closely together. And I feel like this team is very close friends, and some of you are as close as family. So welcome to Riyadh. As we promised you, we will have a very warm welcoming ready for you. I hope we delivered on the warm part. What we're meeting to discuss today is the future of innovation, research, and we're holding it in Thaizit City for Science and Technology. A little bit about the city. It's the innovation city of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, the entity that was established as the national labs of the government, almost 48 years old. But we're meeting today in the garage. And as you've seen yesterday, we do have nicer buildings, but we decided to hold the meeting here, not just because it's the most exciting garage that you'll probably ever be in. It symbolizes the transformation that we're doing in innovation. Under Vision 2030, His Royal Highness, Prime Minister and Crown Prince has approved a new strategy for the kingdom, and that strategy reflected on what KACST does and how it operates, with a bigger focus on translation from lab to market. So a 48-year-old organization that works on applied research and bridges the basic science that comes out of universities, going all the way to industry and to market, was going very well, but we needed to do that a little bit better, to link a little bit better to the private sector. So this whole campus that you have been meeting in the past 2 days and the next 2 days has been converted into a science park. And our Council of Ministers has approved an open access policy to all publicly funded infrastructure in the kingdom, including the labs that are here. So all of our national labs provide open access to the research community, to the private sector, but more importantly to the startups. And to pilot that and somewhat accelerate it, we launched this building here, which is the garage. It used to be a parking building that would fit 480 cars. We're literally meeting where the rooftop was, where there are cars parked under umbrellas. And now we're sitting here in a building that hosts up to 300 companies. More importantly, the impact of this place was surprising. In the past 2 years since we launched it, roughly 600 companies have graduated from the garage. They created almost 7,500 jobs, and they have a combined valuation that exceeded $2 billion. If we think about that for a second, in the period that it happened and how fast it happened, it's a testimony to the market in Saudi Arabia, which is the largest in the region, but it's also a testimony to the successful transformation that has happened here. The key to the garage was that it's an open innovation platform. We gave it its own branding. We opened it up to all the stakeholders. So everyone that works in innovation in the country run their accelerators here. But the surprise to me personally was that accelerators from around the world moved to the garage. So as you tour today, and I invite you also to tour our national labs, you'll see that the garage enables deep tech because it's backed by 100 labs in the national labs of KACST, but it brought accelerators from around the world, from Korea, from Singapore, from Europe, from North America. And roughly 7 international accelerators operating today bring companies from around the world to work here and allow Saudi companies to scale abroad. This open innovation platform is what made the garage successful, and it became very competitive to join. And this is what we're looking to enable more of under the GRC's leadership since its inception in 2012. Creating that kind of open innovation platform, that collaborative spirit, bringing together best practices from around the world and translating them and sharing them with the members. This is something that we need to keep pushing, especially as innovation becomes more and more challenging with disruptive technologies that not only disrupt how we can translate to the market, but also how we can manage research. Very important topics that we'll be discussing in this meeting. I urge you to use this platform in the garage, in KACST, to network as much as possible, to share best practices together, and to maintain the friendship and the family ties that we built throughout the GRC. But also do it while you're enjoying Saudi coffee, while you're enjoying the Saudi culture and heritage, and while tonight we're hosting you in a very important site, a very exciting site in Diriyah, our old capital, where we're going to have a very exciting Saudi event, greeted by Saudi dancers as you arrive. So hopefully the next 2 days, you'll find a very pleasant time here in Riyadh, and you'll come back again for partnerships in science and technology and innovation. Thank you all.